Welcome to DAS TV. Big up to everybody so far that's like, subscribe. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment to this channel, and also to Welford TV. Welford, I've
Thank
been
you.
ranting on a couple of streams about how good you are and how knowledgeable you
Thank
are,
you.
and that's
Thank
your
you.
age. So, sky is the limit for you. So I say, now keep it up, keep it going. And if
Cheers,
anyone that
cheers.
doesn't know Welford, obviously is probably due now being on a couple of streams, seeing us together. Welford is a season ticket holder at Liverpool, and unfortunately not at the game today. You were at the last one, though, weren't you, with
Yeah, in
fans?
December when we played Wolves and beat them 4-0, so I wasn't in the
Yeah,
ballot, which is a shame, but I can't go twice. It's unfair on other people, so take it on the chin
yeah,
and watch it from home and hopefully get the top four wrapped up.
yeah. That's it. And hopefully today we're the most informed team going in against
Yeah.
now the form team. Let's be honest. In Palace, they've nothing to play for. The Troy Hodgson's last game is return of Christian Benteke. There's not really anything else to go by today but Palace, really. I mean, they're not. I don't think they're going to be party poopers today and spoil that and
Mm.
for us. I think we just need to go out, concentrate on our own job. I know there's talk around, will we have one eye on the Leicester game, or will we have one eye on Chelsea and that? But
I definitely
I,
will. I'll
I
tell you that right now.
yeah,
I will.
I think I think if we're winning, we'll be happy enough
Yeah,
with that, and we'll be just throwing
yeah.
eyes on that.
We've just
But
got
the
to
most,
do our own stuff and get the win. Because I feel
yeah,
like if we win, Leicester need to win like 4-5-0, and then it put me in us and Chelsea. But I wouldn't mind us and Leicester getting it. Chelsea drawing to Villa, maybe an upset at Villa Park with fans back. I wouldn't
are
mind that, us
losing.
and Leicester, because
Yeah.
don't like the old Chelsea and the fans thingy. So
No, I agree. Yeah, no, I'd love for Leicester to go in there. Absolutely, I think they deserve it. And you look at last
yeah,
season, like
definitely.
now, like
Yeah,
they've been branded as spotlers and that. But for them to get the top six and win an FA Cup, I think it's an awesome season
yeah.
for them. When you look at this whole Harry Maguire 2 seasons ago, and
Mm.
they did have replaced him, but they never went out and spent big money. So the recruitment
Yeah.
there's been brilliant, and how
Yeah,
Brendan's done the
Fofana.
job.
He's a very good
Yeah,
player, Fofana. I think he'll be gone next
yeah,
year, me personally. He's so good.
yeah.
In that FA Cup final, he was solid, blocking everything, tackle, like a proper experienced centre-half, and he's only young, so yeah, he looks really good in.
Yeah. JFFC there says, hi guys, how are you, JFFC? Yeah, so in today's lineup, what do you think, Welford, of today's lineup? Any is surprised in any way? No, same lineup as
No,
Burnley.
yeah, I agree with that. It was the same one. I know Curtis Jones obviously played, I think, West Brom, didn't he? But that's our strongest team that is available. We've all got injuries, but this team was solid against Burnley after the first 15 minutes. Got a bit of a wake up call, and it wasn't our best game, but they all dug deep, a proper battle, and they've done it very well. And you can see people like Thiago is coming near his best. He's been very good to watch the past two games, if I do say so myself. Especially
Yeah,
Burnley, just little flicks and some great passes that even I can't see, and I'm got a bird's eye view and I can see the whole thing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah, I feel like the team, I wouldn't change anything. I think Henderson and Jota are on the bench. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the bench, but I think they are.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
this team that's been proud is the strongest team. But obviously, there's a sad part of today, which could be Gini's last game, and this for me, what I obviously I'm a lot younger and I've not witnessed a lot of Liverpool. I've obviously witnessed a couple of years, but I think for me, Wijnaldum's been one of the best signings I've ever seen for Liverpool. So cheap from Newcastle, and literally he won us that Champions League from them semi-final goals against Barca. And I think everyone can agree, Wijnaldum never really has a bad game. He's always solid every game. He comes off the pitch and has a 7 out of 10 performance every week. He's always available. He's never been out for a long period of time. And Gini Wijnaldum, I love you, mate. And if you go today, if it's your last game, I'm really going to miss not being there and giving you the send-off you deserve. But you've done this club proud, and you're going to go down one of the legends, as a lot of people say, and I've seen you on your story, and I totally agree with it. He's been a great player, and the words that Klopp said was really nice to see. He built it on his lungs, his brain, his attitude. It's amazing, and fair play to Gini. He's been an absolute class player for Liverpool over these past 5 years. Amazing player.
Yeah, and as you said as well, there, Finn, is availability. Like, I mean, we know that now more than ever. Availability is key, and
Yeah,
it's
especially this
pivotal. And
season.
this season, yeah, like such a roller coaster of a season. We were in the race for the top four. We were over. We were back in. We were out. Now we're obviously back in it. And do you think today we're going to get the job done? And look, just before we
Yeah,
move on, there, sorry,
I said that, didn't
Gini.
I?
Yeah, Gini, like, he's been awesome. He's been absolutely brilliant for us. He's been a leader. He's been instrumental in everything that's happened. His attitude, his discipline. He's been very composed, very compact, and he's also brought some. Technically, I think as well, he's brilliant. But when we brought in Ox and we brought in Kate, they were two big signings, and we thought Henderson, Gini, well, it
Would
find it
get
hard
moved
to
on a
into this
bit.
team.
Yeah,
But they actually evolved and they became
yeah,
better and better. And sometimes that's what happens when new players come in. The players you already have will evolve, and that they'll show that trust in and what they're about, and that's what Gini's done. And look, we all love Gini.
Yeah.
He's very patriotic when he's playing for Netherlands or for Liverpool, and it's going to be sad that's his farewell today, but it is what it is with him, and hopefully he's on the end of a winning and possibly an assist or a goal even today. Be great.
That'd be lovely. He'll get a good send off, as we know. 10,000 fans, they'll give him a send off like there's 60,000 there, and it's just a shame that's not full to the rim. And he would get a send off and a half. There'd be an amazing atmosphere if he leaves this game. But to be fair, it's not definite. So we could be sat here and look back on this in a week's time, and he signed a new contract for a year. You know what I mean? And we'll be laughing at ourselves. But I think we all kind of know it's a very low chance it does happen if he stays. But Wijnaldum, as you said, then he's been absolutely a great player for Liverpool. His availability, he's how determined he is, and he's a winner. He's won 4 trophies to Liverpool. Not many people can do that. Can say that, and he's won the main one that we haven't we've struggled for 30 years, and he was a massive part in that. Games week in, week out, always available, playing him in midweek, playing on the weekend, Champions League all that year. And he, again, last year when we won the league, didn't have any injuries at all, always available. And as I said, he always puts a 7 or 8 out of 10 performance in every single game. And you can always trust him. He's a manager's dream player. He's always available. He works hard. He gives you everything you want. His attitude's brilliant, and he's a great player. So wherever he goes, I wish him the best of luck. But he will be missed in this Liverpool family. I will tell you that right now. No.
Sorry there, Finn. There was a bit of a technicality issue there.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's spot on. And for the player to be so pivotal that won a European Cup, and then the season after league title brought us that first elusive one and a 6th European Cup, he was always going to be bragged about, wasn't he? And he played such a key part of those. Big shout out to everybody in the comments. Man like Shawnee, Harry, Calban, JFFC, or Miss Gini. Yeah, we all will too. Gini's a lead. Shannon as well. Big shout out. Just can't focus just on the pass forward. Yeah, don't make sense. Okay, have you ever seen Gini being injured for LC? No, that's what Tim was saying.
I've never seen him being out for like 2 or 3 games. He might have had the odd game where he's not been in the squad because he's played so much. But what can he obviously has had his odd injury maybe 2-3 years ago. But the past 2 and 3 years, I've not seen him have one injury and he's missed 2 or 3 games. Whereas now they're dropping like flies. Naby, baller who I love, he's injured every day. Ben Davies, who's not even seen. Chamberlain's injury prone. Basically, a lot of our midfield are all very injury prone. Fabinho's okay, but he's the only one that you can rely on. If he gets a knock, he'll be straight back in a couple of days. And as everyone's saying there, no one can remember when he's had an injury. He's been so important to our success. And if he wasn't in these teams week in, week out, I feel like brave enough to say I don't think we would have won the trophies we've won because he's been so good. Like, as you said, he's a different type of player for Holland. He will score goals and get assists, but for Liverpool, he's just a player that works hard. He's an experienced player with the young lads around him, and he's always a great performance, and he's always a great performer, and he's any manager's dream. And he's just an absolutely incredible player, and will definitely go down in the history books for Liverpool, not just because of Barca, just in general of how many games, how much he's available, and just an absolute legend to this football club. Yeah,
he typifies Jurgen Klopp, doesn't he? Never give up, always battle, always fight, and he's that type of player. And as you said, every manager's dream. So I totally agree with you there on that one. The last time we played Palace, we won 7-0. We were top of the league. It was all rosy. It was up 7-up, and it was just going into Christmas. We were all happy with it, and we were favourites to win the league. Obviously, it's changed a lot since then, and obviously, look, no doubt about it, the injuries to the centre-backs have been massive for us, and we've had so many factors going against us this season. We've had no luck until the bit of luck came. It was a fairly tail end, and Alisson in Wonderland pops up, headed goal, 95th minute, not even last kick of the game, last head of the game. Then against Burnley, very composed, compact all around, very professional performance, going to a side that's full of good characters, organised, discipline, and show a lot of grit. And it's just been great. Our first win on Old Trafford in 7 years. So of late, we have been the informed team. And what do you think today? Are you anyway apprehensive about today? Nervous, excited, or a bit of both?
I think if Benteke was definitely on the start, and I'd be a little bit just the fact that we can lump them balls in the box, even though Nat Phillips is that's his bread and butter to deal with. Just Benteke just gives you something different. He's just so good, and he's like one of the best around in the Prem, in the air physically. He'll always battle, and it might just experience Benteke might just get over Phillips and Reece, but obviously, Zaha's a bit of a problem, but I'm sure Fabinho, Trent, they'll all be working on together. They'll be working as a team to try and stop him. And if you get him out of the game, I think you'll be all right. But as you said then, obviously we go on the Cop TV after like all the games. And I remember we just got the loss against Brighton and stuff like that. And I've been a very solid, and I've stood my ground and said we weren't getting top 4. We were like 7th, 8th. every week we were winning, but you still don't get any closer because everyone else around you wins. So I've been saying it for so long we won't get top four, and I don't think anyone could have imagined what the run we've been on the past 5 games. There were 5 cup finals. We've dealt with 4 of them in some mad ways. The Old Trafford, as you said, the Alisson header is just like when does that happen? You know what I mean? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it's ticked 4 out the 5 boxes now, and we're just nearly finishing that tick in the last box, and just to get Champions League. And I said this to Alex on the Cop TV. I think next year we can properly go. The squad we've got now, Thiago, if he's performing like he is recently, when you got Van Dijk behind him, we're going to be solid, and we can go for this Champions League. We can go for the Premier League, and this is massive just to get on it. Because if we don't get it today, which I don't think we will, but I think we will, but if we don't get it, it's just going to have effect on the players. They'll be gutted playing in Europa League on a Thursday night against some mad team. It's not very positive atmosphere around the club, but I think we'll do it. There's no worries for me. Hopefully they got with a bang, a couple of goals past them, but as long as we get the win, and as long as we're not hanging on in the end, I'm sound. But I think the players know how big this is with fans back. They'll be fine.
Yeah, 10,000 back is big for Liverpool. A club really high in emotion. Jurgen Klopp, this team, very emotional. So we've missed the fans, massive, the players, and you could see that. And it's no coincidence that the one season, all season without fans, that Liverpool have struggled, particularly against the strugglers this season, Burnley, Brighton, as you said. But with Palace, look, I mean, as I said, Hodgson and Klopp have came head to head 6 times. Klopp has won 6. So we have the card marked. They're coming to Anfield today, where you'd imagine we're going to come straight out of blocks, have that attitude, that determination, that intensity and energy, because we need it. We need goals today, but we need to be patient as well. And as you were just mentioned a while ago, Thiago has been doing really well, and the latter stage of the season he's been quality. Him and Trent, particularly Firmino, Nat Phillips, they've been the standout players to me.
He stood up when it's counted, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable, Thiago, and I have to give big praise to him, because when he started off Chelsea away, he done really well, made the most passes. He was unbelievable. Then he got injured, and then when he came back from injury, he was really good away at Newcastle, hit the bar, and then he faltered a bit. United at home, he was good, but but now he's good. Then
as you said, then Newcastle, he was decent after back from his injury. Then Southampton away, he was just giving the ball away, dead sloppy, and then a run of 5 or 6 games where you're just thinking, what's up with him? Is something wrong? You know what I mean? Is the injury took a toll on him? But I feel like United at home, he was good the first half, and second half we got a bit dominated, and he had a lot of attempts and should have really won the game at Anfield. But I think the past five or six, I'd say, past 5 or 6 games he's been solid. Then the goal against Southampton's put him up to cloud 9, and then he's gone into West Brom with went to United, with a great attitude and played very well. Wasn't the limelight in the team, obviously, because he didn't get any goals or assists, but he just does the little things that you need from your midfielder in a big game away at Old Trafford. And I'd say the past 5 games, which were the most important for us, the Southampton, United, West Brom, Burnley and Palace, he's been probably, him and Trent have probably been the man of the matches, other than maybe the odd game when Nat Phillips has took it off Burnley, but he's been fantastic. And West Brom, he was sensational. His man of the match stats when it came up at the 90th minute, when we thought we'd drawn the game, he's first on every interception stat, his passing, most passes in the final third, most touches. He's just been incredible. And to have him back next year when you've got Van Dijk and all that, wow, this team can really, really go on and push for some more silverware, and hopefully we can do that.
Yeah, hopefully that's the thing. Thiago come in, I said last season, a winner coming into winners. So hopefully we can kick on and we can see better performance even from Trent, Firmino on that next season. We know there will be players going out, there'll be players coming in. I do think this team needs a rebuild. I think any team that Jurgen Klopp after 3 or 4 years needs a rebuild, because of the intensity, the energy it saps, and the demands he sets, you know what I mean? That high intensity rock and roll football. So JFSC there says, if I said we would get top 4 a couple of weeks ago, we would have been delusional. Totally, mate. That's what we were saying. I ruled us out, and it was very unlike me. I'm normally a bit more positive and look at the good, but I mean, I've been realistic. You can't
it was, we were in a bad place a couple of months ago, and you don't realise how, and we've done very well the past. We've got the best record, haven't we, in the Prem the past 10 games, won 8, drew 2, we conceded 4 goals or something. So we've been solid, and hopefully this carries on to the start of the season. We go on a massive unbeaten run, and we put games together and just don't slip up at little hurdles. But I was saying to my dad a couple of days ago, this could be so much easier for us. Leeds away, we should be in 3-0 up in the first 5 minutes. Newcastle at home, should have put our chances away. There's even Brighton at the start of the season away, we gave away a stupid sloppy pen, but we were dominating the whole game. we could be in third or we could
There
be in
was
third
never
or
a pen
second
either,
even.
wasn't there? No, there
Exactly,
was
that's what I
never a
mean.
pen at
So
Brighton.
and
It
the
was
derby as
VAR.
well should have had another 2 points because man is clearly onside. So just little things that we've slipped up on. Obviously the VAR isn't our fault, but just little things like the Newcastle, the Leeds, just games like that which you really should have been putting to bed. Southampton away dominated. We'd be sat in third or second here. We'd have it secure. We'd be sound. We'd be going in tonight to enjoy it. Obviously we're going to try and enjoy it today, but it's going to be very, very nervy. The whole atmosphere, in Anfield's going to be buzzing, but you'll be able to see the little slight of nerves in the fans because it's a massive game for this club and for the following season because it
especially
puts
if
in with a
Palace.
plan. Thinking.
Yeah, especially if Palace can weather the storm because you expect for the first 15, 20 minutes Liverpool will be bang at it. We need a goal, we need two. I don't think Nares will settle until we get the second. But look, I mean, if you can't beat Crystal Palace in the last game of the season, it's basically a cup final at home.
Yeah.
Minus Benteke, Esri, who's out as well. You know, you can forget about it. Now we've had our bad luck this season, our injuries against us, but it's great news to see Henderson and Jota back in the bench today, and then going with the same team as well. I think that was a very professional, composed, compact performance at Burnley and Old Trafford that this team played. So, look, we'll just hope and pray now that we can get the job done today. And the champagne's on ice here. I'm sure it's with you as well, Finn. Or
definitely is.
Maybe non-alcoholic champagne.
Not, maybe apple juice.
It's the next best thing, and obviously it doesn't give you a groggy head. So it was great to have you on today. What's your score predictions before you go?
Ooh, I'm gonna go 2-0. Why not? Nice, comfortable, professional performance and get it done. And I just beg Gini comes out and goes, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying. It'd be lovely, but that's just gonna put a little bit of a downer on it, you know what I mean? Just like, it's so upsetting to see, you know what I mean? But
the Wolf of Wall Street bit where he says, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not
going
anywhere. And Anfield just erupts. Yeah, that'd make the day. 12 out of 10, but 2-0, and I reckon a very confident and solid performance. We'll be on the front foot. We'll have hundreds of chances, but we will be all right defensively. And the fans, the players know. If you're a player at Liverpool like Thiago, people who've not played in front of a crowd yet, you're gonna be sat here going, I need to put my mark on this game, show what I'm made of. You know what I mean? And even Trent like that, he's a boy. He know what it's like to be in the crowd. They're all going to win the best game because I know I would and I know you would. If you were sat in the changing room, you'd be up for it. The fans are back. Put on a display, get top 4 done. It's in our hands, so all you got to do is win. No drawing, no trying to do it risky, or just do it. Just get the win. But 2-0.
Get the win. Be professional, composed.
And hopefully Salah gets the golden boot as well. We don't want Kane scoring any goals.
Yeah, well, I was just going to bring that up. I haven't the thumbnail Salah beside Alisson because obviously Alisson, his goal has got us here and has the talking point the way it is today. Yeah. And Salah, 22 goals with Kane. You think he gets it today?
Yeah, definitely. I think Leicester do a good job of keeping Kane quiet, but I feel like Salah, if there's a word around at half time that I'm sure Salah would be interested to see if Kane's done anything at half time. So I think if there's a word that he's got one, I think Salah will be very confident in where he's shooting from today. And you might see Salah having a couple of goals from out the edge of the box from mad angles. But I think Salah will get it done. He's a top player. He's a goal scorer. That's his bread and butter. That's what he does on a daily basis. So I back him all the way. You know what? I'm gonna go Mo to get both of them and icing on the cake. Golden boots, top 4.
Yeah, I said 2-0 myself yesterday, and by the way, I will go with Mo to get 2 as well. 24, he's 125 goals already for Liverpool in his career. Unbelievable, and I think he's nearly 50 assists. So what a player. He is momentous. He's magic, isn't he? And he's Mo. So thanks to everybody today that tuned in, and everybody remember to like and subscribe, as well to Welford TV. Main man, upcoming start. Big game ahead.
Boys. Come on,
see you all. Take care. See you, Welford. Take care, everybody. Thanks.